Hey everybody, First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich, Chris Mulcahy there in the background. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
He's about to go out in Storm Tracker. It's interesting, we're watching this line of showers, and I wouldn't call them thunderstorms, but I'll refer to them as storms even though there's no lightning technically in them. But this is a very strong line of gusty showers. We'll call them sometimes storms even without the thunder that's moving through right now. And there's a small chance, it's a small chance that we could see what's called a QLCS tornado spin up, which basically is a quick spin up of a tornado. These happen in these lines sometimes, and they could happen very quickly with little or no warning. Let me show you the line of storms real quickly. So there's the line of storms. You can see it extends from about Statesville. It extends all the way from Statesville back down to western York and Chester County. Now this thing is flying. This line is moving east, I would gather about 40 to 45 miles per hour. But the one thing that has me a little concerned, and what I'm watching carefully for the next, I'd say hour or so, are these little kinks in the line. Now when the line is straight, you can get straight line winds, but when these little kinks develop, you can get rotation within there. And I'm gonna switch to our Doppler velocity here real quickly, just to show you. There's no sign of that happening, but you can kind of see this green line where this is lighter winds and stronger winds? There is a wind shift line in there, and there's a little S curve in it. And where the S curves develop, you can sometimes get a quick spin up there and a quick spin up there. So let me go back to the radar real quickly. And you could see, so this little spin up, which is moving through southeastern Gaston County into Mecklenburg County, this is an area right there that I would be watching very carefully, northern end of Lake Wylie, for the potential of gusty winds at the very least, and the possibility we could see a quick spin up. So I'm gonna track that actual spin up area. I'm gonna track it at 45 because that's pretty much the speed it's moving. It's moving in this general direction. So you can see the timeline: Belmont, Mount Holly, Charlotte, Croft, Huntersville, Caldwell, Cornelius, Concord, and eventually towards Landis and Mount Ula. So that's the one I'm watching. Now this is moving fast. I guess that's the only good news with this, is the threat for a strong gusty wind or a brief tornado in these two little areas isn't gonna last very long. It's gonna happen between now and about 4 o'clock. After 4 o'clock, this is gonna shift to the east, and by 5 o'clock, almost be completely out of our area. I'm gonna widen this out just a little bit so you can get a better view of that. You can see how fast the line is moving off to the east. Behind it, cold air, this is the actual cold front. There's nothing happening behind it. So once this moves through, we're done. But I'm a little concerned just because I'm seeing such strong winds within this line. You can see the wind shift line right there, basically where that, it's almost like a squall line, but we call it a QLCS, which stands for a very fancy quasi-linear convective system. And what it means is instead of a straight line, it's a squiggly line. Just so think of S curves. And when we see those S curves, I'm gonna grab my, we see these S's in here like this. Wherever we see these humps, that's where we get a little more concerned for the potential of a spin up. And you could see that kind of moving in here across York and Chester County. So just a quick heads up, there's another view of it moving through the area. It's moving through Charlotte now. It stretches all the way up towards northern Iredell County. Once you get back here though, you're in the clear. This will pass through pretty quickly. So let me put a storm track on that whole line just to give you an idea on how quickly it's gonna be moving through. It's moving off in that general direction. So it'll be in Statesville at 3, Rock Hill 307, Charlotte 315, Concord 330, and again, Greensboro about 430. So let me track the back edge because this is when it'll be done. So that's when the line will be past you, just to give you a quick idea. So that's how fast that line is moving. It's moving to the east very quickly. It'll be in and out, I would say, within an hour or an hour and a half. And so as we go towards the evening hours, it's pretty much going to be done. So I'm going to be tracking this all afternoon long. I'm keeping an eye on it right now. At 4, 5, and 6, it might almost be done, but between now and 4 o'clock, the worst of the weather's moving through. So if you have high school games tonight, a lot of folks going to high school football games tonight, I think we'll be okay because these are going to move in and out so quickly. Of course, if there's any warnings or if I see any lightning, I'm going to get a little more concerned, or any quick spin ups. I'll do a Facebook Live, or we'll cut into Programming on Air. Remember, download our app, because we will stream it online as well if we see any advisories. The good news is, like I said, it's moving pretty quickly. So I will go back to tracking this, and I will update you as we go through the evening. Take care, everybody.